Thank you very much, Mr. Alauddin Imon. Walaikum Assalam. So far, two students seem to be with me in the class. Zaira Khan. Walaikum Assalam. I request you to tell me if you hear me watch me and the content page. Before going into my class, I must be sure. Please make sure you are hearing me, you are watching me and the content page. Now I am showing you the content page. I am showing you the content page. I have brought the content page on the screen. So please tell me if you hear, if you watch, to see the content page on your screen. Please write about everything on your screen, in your comment box. Please write in your comment box if you hear me, watch me, and the content page. Please make me sure. Please make me sure. Please make me sure if you see the content page and hear me. Please write about it in the comment box. Alauddin Imon, Jaira Khan, Alauddin Imon, Jaira Khan. Anyway, please tell me and make me sure. If you hear me, watch me and the content page. What is about the problem? Any problem with you, please? Tell me. Write in your comment box if you hear me and see me and the content page, because all these things are important for starting the class. I have seen as many as 6 students seem to be present now. Sakib Chaudhary. সব ঠিক আছে, thank you very much, সব ঠিক আছে. That means you are watching me and the content page. So now I'm going to my content page for beginning my class. And today I have chosen my online class on the topic some important rules of subject-verb agreement with special focus on modal verbs. We know it very well that when we write something and when we speak English, we have to maintain a subject-verb agreement. That means subject or subjects are always followed by a verb in a certain way, in a systematic way. For example, you see there are 2 examples, there are 2 sentences. You can identify the problems. We go to the park on Fridays. It's a regular activity. That means on every Friday we go to the park. So it's a general statement. That is why the tense is present indefinite tense, and you see subject is we, the plural, and that is why the verb is go. We cannot say we goes, but we say he goes. Very simple to understand. I think you are thinking that these are quite easy. Yes, of course, these are quite easy. Anyway, there are some problems as well. with these easy aspects, because in writing, when we write something using these tenses and sentences and verbs, but when we speak, we have to make differences to show the correct use of right forms of verb, correct use of the verbs grammatically correctly. For example, when we speak, we go to the park on Fridays. We go to the park on Fridays, but he goes to the park on Friday. So accent stress, stress or accent will be on goes, because this goes differentiate between we go and he goes. When the subject is he, we use goes. Yes, verb with yes. Because why? The subject is third person singular number. So it's a problem. When one is speaking, we have to maintain this. We have to make difference between go and goes, because goes is important here, because if we say go, it's grammatically wrong. So when we're speaking, we have to give emphasis or focus or stress on goes. He goes to the park. Or we go to the park. We go to the park. We go to the park. There is no stress. But when we say he goes to the park. So these goes actually differentiate between the two sentences to give focuses. That is why singular and plural nouns are quite important to discuss. Subject and subjects. Singular and plural nouns means subject and subjects. That means when the noun is plural, of course the subject, that means the subject consists of singular noun and plural nouns. But subject can be consist of more than one nouns or one component. Then we call subjects. Say Rina and her father. Rina and her father are subjects, of course. There are two subjects, Rina and her father. But Rina boys. The boys, it's a subject, singular subject. So the subject is plural. Boys, the girls, plural noun. But Rina and her father, there are two subjects in the sentence. Anyway, for example, we make cars from car. Car is singular, cars plural. Yes, baby and babies. Quite easy, I think, for you. Very easy. The car looks expensive. The car singular, so it looks. The car singular, so it looks. The cars plural, so it looks. No, the cars look. Important to give focus when we are speaking about this. The cars look, but the car looks expensive. When you are talking, when you are speaking, you have to give emphasis on looks. Looks. The car looks expensive, but the cars look expensive. Very important to understand. So you have to maintain this. Anyway, third person singular, he, she. Yes, very easy to understand for you. I like to go swimming. I like to go. I like to go swimming. Try to understand. This I is first person. So like, yes. I like to go swimming. But she likes, because this is third person singular number. And you see, this is subjects. I and you, yes. I and you are different. So the verb are, not is, not am. I and you are different. You see, there are two subjects together. I and you. Anyway, auxiliary verbs. How we use auxiliary verbs in maintaining subject and verb agreement. Very easy to understand, I think. But wait, for the difficult situations, we will have to cross. Do, does, am, is, are, was, were, have, has. All these are auxiliary verbs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, as many as 9 auxiliary verbs. The children don't want it. Yes, the children plural, and there is auxiliary verb don't, not, doesn't. But when the subject is singular, the child doesn't want. Especially students weak in grammar very often commit this type of mistakes. And this lesson is almost for the very weak students. But later on, after these, we'll also go to, we'll also enter into difficult situations for good students. So wait, I must suggest that good students who are still now finding the lessons quite easy to understand, but after some moments, after a while, you will enter into difficult situations to understand. Anyway, thank you very much. And you see, we are going to the beach, but he is going to the beach. Abed and Haris have been driving for hours. Abed and Haris, yes, you see, subjects together. There are two subjects. As a result, have not has. But if it was Abed, it would have been has. Abed has or Haris has, but Abed and Haris have. Abed has been driving for hours. When Abed is singular, it is has been. But in conversation, while you are talking, this has will be Abed's been. I am, yes, I am writing. I am contracting. This is called contraction. Yes, and this is yes. When we're talking, when we're speaking, yes, yes. Other than Haris, it should not be. It is difficult to pronounce, so it should be. It should be yes, have. Abed and Haris have, but Abed's been, Abed has been. We can contract has into only s with an apostrophe like this. Abed's been driving for hours. That means Abed has been. Now we are going into modal verbs. We know there are as many as 9 modal verbs. Can, could, may, might, must, shall, should, will. And these modal verbs are very important for our daily life, because when we especially talk, very often we use these modal verbs to express different features. We use these 9 modal verbs to express our ability, our inability, our politeness. Yes, of course, sometimes request, sometimes order, many things, especially possibility, impossibility, probability, improbability, etc. And today we will discuss most of the things in a package. Features. Features are modal verbs. That means in which appearance we see the modal verbs. Number one, not subject to any sense. Not subject to any sense means can never changes into cans, like likes, like or likes, go goes, say says, tell told. Modal verbs don't get any sense. So can, always can, could, always could, may, always may, always might, and so on. These modal verbs never get sense. So B number, add ideas like possibility, uncertainty, or obligation to another verb. We know modal verbs are always used with other verbs, main verbs. But these modal verbs expresses. Modal verbs express possibility, impossibility, uncertainty, certainty, obligation. Yes, obligation to another verb. That means when it is used with another verb. And the next feature followed by an infinitive without to. This infinitive is the main verb. A main verb is always used with a modal verb in this form, in the form of an infinitive without to. For example, we must go. He should do. We don't use he should to do. We must to do. No. So always followed by an infinitive without to. Can't be used in different times or tenses. Our irregular verbs, that means like, go, do, etc. These are irregular verbs are always used or can be used to show to indicate different times and tenses. But modal verbs can never be used in different times or tenses. For example, I go to college every morning. Yes, I went to college yesterday. So go from go to went. We transform go into went to say or to express two different tenses. But we cannot use modal verbs in this way. Can't have past perfect or future tenses. Past perfect or future, that means we cannot use a modal verb in past tense, or we cannot make it a perfect tense, or we cannot use shall, will, have, has, etc. before the modal verbs. Can be used as auxiliary verbs. Yes, we can use modal verbs just like an auxiliary verbs. Yes, modal verbs are always auxiliary verbs. Modal verbs are always auxiliary verbs, but they have some particular certain purpose. Used to express obligation, give advice, talk about possibility and probability, ask for permission, and more. I am repeating. Actually, Z number has repeated anyway so that you can remember the features, the characteristics, or the sides of the aspects of the modal verbs. Fundamental or the main meanings of 9 modal verbs. There are 9 fundamental meanings, you see, with examples. If you try to understand, please. Number one, number A, asking permission. Yes, we use modal verb to ask permission. Can I ask something? Can I ask something? Can I meet you next Friday? Can I go to your office on Monday? Yes, this is how we can use the auxiliary, the modal verb can to express the asking permission, to ask permission. Number B, expressing impossibility or possibility. Yes, I might ask for a transfer to Singapore, to the Singapore office. I might ask. I might ask. That means it is possible for me to ask for a transfer to Singapore office. That means someone is working in Bangladesh and he or she in need of going to Singapore on transfer. In this situation, he might go to the authority of transfer, and talk like this. I might ask for a transfer to the Singapore office, or in some conversation with some person, someone can use this sentence I might, or he might, or she might, or they might ask for a transfer to the Singapore office, and this might expresses, you see, possibility. It is possible. It is not sure. I'm not sure that I will ask, but it is possible that I might. And then giving advice or suggestion. That means we use modal verbs to give advice or suggestions. You should try. That means you see here in the earlier sentence, I might ask for a transfer to the Singapore office. So in response to this sentence, in response to this sentence, the person to whom this I was talking is giving advice or suggestions. You should try. It's a suggestion, it's an advice. The number. So you see that all the sentences in the examples are very much connected. It's a conversation on the same topic, the topic of seeking permission for a transfer from Bangladesh or anywhere to Singapore office. It might be a multinational company. But I'm not sure. So I'm not sure they will agree. I might ask for transfer, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm telling this in response to the advice. You should try, but I'm not sure they will agree. So in response of my statement, I'm not sure. You, so they should say yes. So they should say yes. In response of my application, if I apply for transfer, the authorities are referred to here they. They are the authorities of giving me the transfer. So if I apply for my transfer, the authorities, that means they should say yes. It's a possibility or probability. You say this is probability. It may happen or it may not happen. They may agree to give me transfer or they may not agree to give me transfer. It's a probability. It's a probability. It's a probability. Thank you very much. Expressing willingness or refusal. Okay? Sometimes we refuse some proposal or we sometimes accept some proposal willingly. They won't let her. They won't let her. That means it's the case of refusal. They won't let her. So the I is a she. So in response of the she's application, the authorities might not give permission. That's why you in the conversation say they won't, or the authorities won't let her. Won't let her. That means they will not give her or might not give her the permission of transfer. So in this way we can say they wouldn't let her. And how we can make request or offer? Would you write a reference to me? Would you write? It's a request or offer. It's a request. Would you write a reference for me? That means I'm thinking that if this, if you write a reference letter in favor of my transfer, the authorities might agree. So I am requesting you. Would you write a reference for me? Expressing obligation. Yes. There is one more thing you must do before you apply. There is one more thing you must do. You must do obligation. It's obligatory. You are in need to do. You are in necessity to do. That means I cannot avoid this. So that is why must is used to express obligation. And you see, expressing ability or inability. I can put you in contact if you need. I can put you in contact. I can, I can, that means I can give the reference. I can, I can make or establish a communication between you and the office if you need. I can put you means I can bring you to the contact of the authorities of the company. I can put you means I can bring you, I can set you in contact with the authorities if you need. So I say in short, I can put you in contact if you need. So please try to understand the sentence structure. I can put you, set you. I can put you, I can set you. I can bring you in contact if you need. But we have seen here only 9 fundamental features and meanings of the 9 modal verbs. But a single modal verb can be multiple features, multiple meanings. I have discussed only one. Can. Can are used in 5 ways. In the following sentences, in these 5 sentences, can the multiple verb are used in 5 ways to express 5 features. Please try to understand. Can can you look at something for me? It's a request. Can you look at something for me? That means can you search out something for me? Can you find out something for me? Etc. I can't do anything for a while. Ability. That means I don't have the ability to do something for a while. That means for a while I'm engaged. For a certain period of time, for a certain period of time, I am very much engaged. As a result, I can't do anything for you. So I am not able, I am unable. So this is expressing, can't expressing, this can't expressing inability, this can't expressing inability, and this can expressing request. This can expressing request and can't expressing inability. Inability. This is inability. Inability. This is inability. And you say, example say, older laptops can get like that something. Possibility, general possibility. Older laptops can get like that something. Older laptops can get like that something. Anything. Older laptops actually cannot have much use. This sentence means so. It's a possibility. There may be some use. The older laptops can be useful to a little extent, to some extent. It's a possibility, but generally possible. General possible. It can't be virus. It can't be virus. Certainty. That means the laptops the laptop doesn't seem to be attacked by any virus. That's why the person, perhaps who is expert in computers, is making the statement with certainty. That means the person is sure that the computer or the laptop isn't attacked by any virus. So it can't be virus. You see here, the older laptops actually have some problems, but after observation, the expert says that it can't be virus. Can I take it for an hour or so? Permission. That means the expert is trying or is seeking permission from the laptop owner so that he can he can be sure about what happens or what has happened with the laptop, and he will try to actually make it okay. He will try to bring the laptop to normal functioning. Anyway, this is about the modal verbs. So you see, in case of conversation, the use of modal verbs is very important, especially to express different types of features or meanings. Sometimes can means request, sometimes can means inability or ability, sometimes general possibility, sometimes certainty or uncertainty, sometimes permission, or it sometimes can mean refusal. Refuse, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's a refusal. Or inability. Inability or refusal are almost the same. Almost the same. Inability and refusal are almost the same. Anyway, this is all about modal verbs. Now I'm going to subject verb agreement again. Subject versus verb. I'm sorry. This is also part of the modal verbs. So after any subject, if it is singular or plural, modal verbs always same. Modal verbs always same. It's important. It's important. Subject, modal verb. Subject singular, either singular or plural, but the modal verbs always same. You see here, try to understand from the examples. My friends might come. My friend might come. He should come. He should come. But my friends come. My friend comes. You come. He comes. If we did not use modal verbs in the sentence, what might be the appearance of the sentences? My friends come, but my friend comes. You come, but you comes. So this is the difference. So, in case of modal verbs, in all cases, either singular or plural the subject, the modal verbs always remain the same. And now we're considering indefinite pronoun, always singular. Thank you very much. Indefinite pronoun, always singular. You see, everybody, nobody, anybody, yes, anybody, anyone. I'm sorry, anyone. It's anyone, everybody, nobody, anybody, anyone, someone, or somebody who it may be somebody, same thing. Same thing. Someone, somebody, same thing. Anybody, anyone, same thing. You see here the examples. Everybody wants. Everybody wants. Nobody wants. So, indefinite pronoun always singular. As a result, in present indefinite tense and in case of, you see, verbs always, basic verbs, want always gets S, wants. Nobody wants. It's important. Everybody wants to be loved. Nobody wants to be left out. It's important. And now, compound subjects, as I was talking about earlier. Compound when the subject com consists of more than one nouns or or more than one pronouns. Sorry. Hello. আমি একটু পরে ক্লাস নিচ্ছি আমি পরে অনলাইন ক্লাসে পরে ফোন দিই My mom is happy for me. You see, my mom singular. This is not compound subject, but my mom and dad. This is compound subject because this subject consists of two nouns. Mom and dad are proud of me. My mom is happy for me. My mom and dad are proud of me. Peter or Paul is coming. Peter or Paul is coming. Either Peter or Paul. So the is because there are two names, Peter or Paul, but either one, not the two. One, only one is coming, not both. Only Peter or Paul. So is, not are. But here you see, Peter and Paul are coming because both Peter and Paul are coming. That's why there is are. Playing football is fun. You see here, playing football. This playing is Ziran. This is Ziran. Ziran is always considered as noun. Here, Ziran is the subject. Playing is the subject, and football is the object of the Ziran. Playing football. Playing football. Playing football is the object of playing, and here playing is the subject of the sentence. So, in case of Ziran, in case of single Ziran, the verb is singular is. But here you see, and in the sentence F, you also say the same thing. Waiting for the bus is annoying. Waiting for the bus. This is the prepositional phrase for the bus, and the Ziran waiting is the subject, so is. But example Z, you see the difference. Meeting friends after work and going to the beach. So you see there are two activities, meeting one and going two. So the subject is subject. There are two subjects, meeting and going. Both are Ziran. There are two Ziran real subjects, meeting and going. As a result, the verb is are. You see, verb is are. Verb is are. So meeting friends after work and going to the beach are my favorite things about living here. That means the person who is speaking are fond of doing these things, living there. These two things, that is meeting friends after work and going to the beach. These two activities are very much favorite to the person who is living in a certain place, a particular place. So this is important to know when the subjects, even in case of gerund, when the subjects, those gerund are two, there must be plural verb. And the group nouns, yes, some nouns, you see, some nouns actually can consist of many members. For club, yes, there may be many members of a club. A team consists of a number of members. A company indicates of the show a number of people. Class, yes, family, crowd, etc. These nouns can refer to a number of members as well as a single unit. So when this noun is used as a single unit, it takes singular verb. But when these nouns are used, yes, as a group, it takes plural verb. You see this thing in the examples. You see the examples. The team is organizing the event. The team is here used as a unit. As a unit. The team is organizing the event. Event is singular. So the team is here as a used as a as a unit. But the team are meeting today. The team are meeting today. So all the members of the team are meeting today, meeting together today. Today, all the members of the team are meeting together. That's why there are, you see, the verb is are. The teams are meeting today, so there are a number of teams who are meeting today. Teams here refer to a number of teams, and each team might have a number of members. The news is interesting, you see. It's another problem. The news is actually, this is another section. I can do it another section. Uh, Exceptions, I can say. Exceptional nouns. Exceptional nouns. The news is interesting. Yes, the news though look plural, but it is singular. The furniture's wrong. The furnitures, we can't say furnitures. We always say furniture is comfortable. Furniture is always used as singular noun. What are steps we need to follow? What are the steps? What are the steps that should be? What are the steps we need to follow? Yes. What indicate neither singular nor plural. There are many plants in your garden. That means after there, actually you see the subject goes after there. The subject goes after what? When the question is began with what? When what? The adverb begins the question, subjects come after what? And after there you see the subject comes after there. The subject comes after there. There is a plant. So when the plant is singular, the verb is singular. In case of plural plants, the verb is plural. So many students actually commit this type of mistakes. The car which belongs to my brother. The car which belongs to my brother is not very clean. Important to understand. The new features The new features of the car are impressive. You see here, the new features is the subject, not the car, not the car subject, but features is the subject, and car is the part of the prepositional phrase of the car. This is post modifier of the noun features. This is not the subject. Actually, features, the word is the subject, which is a plural word. That is why the verb is are plural. So thank you very much. Now go to an exercise. And I'm reading out the exercise and you please write the answer. This is for you. Read the text and fill in the gaps with the correct form of verbs. And in this way, questions are set in the exams. Road mishap happen in our country almost every year. Recently, it rise to an alarming rate, take a heavy toll of human lives. The members of a family remain anxious if someone travel in a bus. In most cases, reckless driving causes road accidents. The drivers are in the habit of violate traffic rules. Road accidents can be lessened if the drivers drive their vehicles carefully. People should to be conscious in this respect. While cross the road, they should maintain the traffic rules strictly. Yes, now I am going back to you. What you have written, only two are present. Only I don't know who are present now. Rafia, Binte, Mijan. Uh, Many seem to have attended, but till now only two are present, but no comment. No comment. So thank you very much for today, and thank you for watching my online class today. And till the next class, thank you very much.